Russia's president, Vladimir Putin, filed a report that says he made around $100,000 in 2015. But reports from those around him say his worth is actually much more than that. It would have to be to amass the collections he has. If he made only $100,000 as he says, he wouldn't have the vast collections of properties, vehicles and planes that he currently does unless he is very good with money. He would hardly have a fraction of what he does. Maybe he's just a humble guy? Putin's former fund manager, along with other reports, say the president has more than $200 billion hidden all around the world. They are hidden in places that nobody but Putin would be able to find. If the numbers being reported are accurate, and it certainly looks like they are, Putin is worth more than twice as much as Bill Gates is. Take that Microsoft. It would be rare to see a president that didn't live a lavish lifestyle. But Putin puts most of them to shame with the way he lives his life. You can't really blame him. If you have it, you might as well enjoy it. This palace was built for Putin's personal use during his downtime. There are reports that he used Russian money to build it. If the reports of his wealth are true, he should never have done this. If he can afford to build it himself, he shouldn't use other people's money to build things for his own pleasure. Putin owns a whopping 58 aircraft. That's more than most airlines have in their entire fleet. It's reported that he also owns property all over Russia as well as plenty of others around the world. When Putin was growing up, his family didn't have a car. That will never be a problem again, as he now owns around 700 vehicles. He will never be without a ride. Being the president is a dangerous job. There is no doubt about that. But there is one job that is more dangerous. Putin actually has a meal taster that eats his food before he does to make sure nobody has poisoned his dinner. I guess it's a smart thing to do, but you have to imagine the turnover in that position could be quite high. Planes, cars and properties aren't all that Putin has. You can't have that much money and not own a boat or three. Putin is the type of guy that loves doing everything. Indoors or outdoors, he can take part in just about any type of event and fit in. Maybe that's because most people over in that part of the world are afraid of him? We may never know. Rumor is that he isn't a bad shot at all. Notice though how he wears his gear. He obviously doesn't want to mess up his hair. The Russian president is usually one of the first in the country to try out any new technology. If an enemy happens to catch him off guard without a firearm, they should know that the president can defend himself just fine. Here Putin enjoys a tasty-looking meal in what looks to be a not-so-warm room. Is the guest sitting next to him smiling because he is the meal taster and he just learned he will live another day? It's a legit question no matter who he is eating lunch with. Here you are, sweetie, take a taste of this lovely tea. He certainly likes his adventure trips. I'm not sure if this counts as one of his aircraft, but it looks like a fun time, doesn't it? Who wouldn't be jealous of a man that can afford just about anything he wants? The technology that he has at his disposal makes Bill Gates envious. What would a multi-billionaire be without a couple of pooches? Here Putin takes some time out to play with a few of his friends. I wonder if they have meal tasters as well.